Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry I was late. I actually just woke up. um, I had a long day. I had a long drive, and I hope that you can forgive me for being late. I was kind of asleep, but I had to do my broadcast at least one this week. You know, I've been listening to a lots of broadcasts, and I wish I could see my chat. I don't see when I have chat. Even if you're talking, even if you're here, even if you're saying hello, I won't never see it until later. So I still haven't learned how to figure out how to see my chat. Um, I've been listening to a lot of broadcasts, and I listened to Steven, and he was talking about doing so much when everything kind of get together, like when they can start having a lot of issues. I joined in February 2018, and I don't know how to bring somebody else in, and with the difficulty I had, I had to use support from the time I signed up, and I don't really want to go through that support thing with people, And I did do a few. I brought a few people in, not a few grown-ups. I brought my grandson, a couple of my grandsons, and my sister, and I am encouraging people to, but I'm not really pushing it because it's not as easy as I would like for it to be. I would like for it to be a lot more simpler for a person when they sign up, and I'm hoping that the migration and everything, after everything go through, because I hear everything is going to be like, migration and changing over to another blockchain makes it's going to be so much better. I'm just hoping that I can just say here, I send you my link for the gift, and you sign up. I wish you would be able to just sign up from that point. But of course, you're gonna have to send me some money because that's how I go. So you send me the money, and because I'm not selling coin from my wallet, and then you have to send me money for your wallet. But I wish you could pay for your wallet. I wish you could at least pay for your wallet any kind of way with cash. I mean, with the ATM or something. I was hoping, for something like that with the new wallet. You take an ATM, and then everybody can pay right then for their wallet. And I think that might have been, an issue with a lot of people not paying for their wallet is not being able to with the debit card. That would be super nice. So now I was thinking about merchants and getting everybody involved, but then I don't even know how to use. I don't really know how to use my send button as far as doing a transaction, and I'm in my mind is in the, even though I haven't really distributed 100 coins, 100 yeah, I haven't distributed 100 coins even with a partner. I don't really know how to do it if I was the one with the coins. It's to say, if I had the coins and I was the one with the coins to distribute it, I wouldn't know how. I do know how to do a verification, but I know that's a waiting process too. It would be nice too if when you do pay for your, if you have to pay for your coin and you get a one coin and you pay for your wallet, it would be good to see that paid immediately, and finish the transaction instantly, and without waiting another day or two, because like you say, if you try to go and have a merchant, if I stop right there at the Porsche dealership, because I thought about it, at least one person might want some coin. It would have to be that procedure. They would have to do what I do. They would have to get a wallet so that they can have a place for their coin. I might not get them to be a dealership for the rest of the, TBC community at this time. But you can at least give up one car for the full amount of whatever the car is in TBC, just to watch what it do, what happens while we still continue to distribute the coin. But I don't really want a Porsche. I have 4 grandsons. Oldest one is 7. Everybody needs a car seat. It's just the ideal to at least see, if the TBC, will work. If I can get you to strike the interest of a person, I don't want you to buy a coin. No, not right now. Because if you buy a coin, then you don't really want to make coin. Because you have coin, you can sit back and wait for your coin to become a million just like everybody else is doing. So I wouldn't really want you to buy coin. I would rather you just take coin from people who have it and let your supply grow like that. But that's what I would like for a merchant to do. I may go to ask you to take coin and have clients or clientele and just wait and watch your coin grow. But yet you have to go through the same thing I have to go through, and you have to purchase a wallet. That takes longer than a day to complete the whole transaction. I would like for that to go faster. It would have to be done instantly for me. You get your if you get your wallet today, everything needs to happen today. It needs to say pay today. I don't want to send nobody to support. I do not want to tell you to go to support. That is not how I want to introduce you to TBC. So I'm patient and I'm hoping and waiting. I know everything is new. I have not did a redemption. I have not thought about migrating because I'm continuously waiting to hear or looking to see that things are running smoothly. I don't want to, I want to see if this is how it goes. So many people migrate, and then you have to wait a few days because it's done manually. So it's impossible for so many people to do it all in one day. Okay, so it has to take some time, and 3 months might be long enough and it might not be. So I'm waiting to see. But one thing I don't want to do, I want everything to be going good when I start telling people to click my link, send me your $110. Like it goes, like I'm going to say it like it's going to go easily, but yet it's not. It may, not, maybe, okay, we got to hold up now. We got to wait. It kicks back now. We got to wait. I don't want them to be, that's not how I want them to be introduced to TBC. Okay. So I have a lot of ideas on how I want to go out, and it's not easy anyway, for me to even get a person to take the gift. People won't even take the gift. My mouth is very dry. Sorry. I just woke up. I didn't get a chance to wake up and get ready for this one. I just woke up and I was late. I was good and tired today. I wish I could see my my little chat. And so hello everyone who got here, who's here. Hello. And thank you if you're here. And I'm sorry I was late, but that's not how I'm not always late. I'm usually on time. I'm usually here waiting. And I don't do a lot of videos. This is my 5th video maybe, and every now and then I go live without being in the broadcast room. I just go live now that I have a YouTube channel like Randy said, oh yeah, you became a broadcaster and everything since you've been a part of TBC. Well, yeah, and I kind of like that I am doing something. I do believe everybody should have to work and earn your right to and respect, and learn and become more respectful about, your money, because it is money. We don't want to be out there being foolish. We need to, like they say, get educated, read the blogs, of which I plan to do more. That's why I'm not trying to do a video every day. I'll wait a little while and look at videos and, try to get something to that would make me I have some things I would like to maybe speak on, because I've been listening, like especially the merchant thing. So I have been listening to them talk about merchants and getting merchants on board. I think about the doctors and the doctors' offices and different people who might need to have the coin so that we can use our coin with them. And I think it's a great idea. I really can't wait to go and suggest some people getting wallets. I even might give you, a wallet. Here you go. I gave you a wallet. I need you to take this coin because we're getting ready to. Because I think if some people have wallets, it'll be much easier to have them think about taking the coin once they have the wallet. And like you said, 50-50, but it'll be much easier to get someone to get the coin if they know where they can go do something somewhere with it, and everybody needs to have someone who they can trade the coin with. So it's a big job to do. And I really need to get busy because my mind be moving faster than my body. I do a lot of talking, but I haven't really did no action. But I do have a reason why I have not went and touched bases with so many people who I want to, because I want the transaction to go smoothly. I want everything to go smoothly, and I'm going to wait until it is going smoothly. I'm going to wait until, when they give me their $110, everything is done in a day. Unless it's in a blog to say, this is the process. The process is it takes a day, or 2 days, or 3 days. I haven't got to read every blog since I've been here in February, so I don't know that it takes 3 days for paid to be in your status, or it takes 4 days, but I need to know that that's how it works, because I can't be, and they don't know how to go through the process of getting that paid, put in their status. I can't be there for them like that, It has to be simpler. I'll be out there on the bus. I won't be answering calls, because I can't talk and drive. I won't get back to you today or tonight because I'm tired. And now you just think I'm some kind of flingy, some kinky or something. I ain't called you. I haven't called you back. I won't answer my call. I don't want to do that because I am busy during the day. And this is not a full-time job, so I need everything to run smoothly. As the guys say, I need to run just like it's a credit card that you can get doing a million and zillion transactions in 1 second. Paul, I love Paul when he talks about how quick and how fast everything's going to be. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait. I listen to different people. It needs to be that fast. It needs to be a quick transaction, and I'm not rushing nobody. I don't want to be. I don't want you to look as if I'm not getting. You ain't getting nothing done either. Well, you guys have been here for a year or two. I don't even know how to. Do you actually? And I need to know these things. And I wish I could see what you're writing. I bet you're writing something, but I wish. I don't even know if it's as fast as you're able to spend coin if you have not redeemed. See what I'm saying? Redemption is every 4 months. I talked to someone to get in the coin, so the merchant to do this transaction, but can they actually do a transaction once they open an account after redemption is over this month, and they just have cookies, and they have cookies for a gift, and then they have their cookies and their TBC. If they are, when I give them or send them a payment or pay for something, will it be a cookie in their wallet until redemption again in February? And will they, how long will it take for them to have a send button? Will it be immediately? And you know, I'm waiting to see how everything runs with people who've been here for 2 years or 1 year, so they can come back, or I can read a blog to see, can you instantly do transactions? Because I have never redeemed any cookies. I can now, but had I not, and I do have a few coins, I would really have to, you know, and I know that the my upline would tell me, you know, but my mind tell me if I don't ask and I'm trying to figure it out, am I able to do a transaction too? Because all I have is Pringles, and all I have is cookies right now. So am I able to actually give somebody $50 for something? You know, I do have a send button, but can I break that down? Can I break cookies down? Can I break cookies down? That's what I need to know. Yeah. So, but TBC, I can see it. It's waking me up. You know, at first I thought I was completely awakened, and this last week I have been looking at more videos and just videos about TBC. And I don't know why some of these videos are recommended. Well, who recommended them? But I've been clicking on some videos, and I've been really like waking up to more than just unbelievable things, you know. And I'm like, wow, you know, I've been in a deep sleep. I've been lied to forever. And my being lied to is a little bit different. I'm affected by the lies that I've learned about lately. I'm more affected by them than some other people on the whole, and how the same lie might affect you. You know, it's the same lie, you know, but you're not as affected by that lie as I am. And there may be, again, you could be, you know, but I am really learning a lot of things, and a lot of things I have to teach my grandsons. And it's scary to even allow them to. I'm almost to the point where they asked them to come out that school system like today. They don't ever need to go back, you know, to even start getting taught what I know they'll be taught in the future. I need to start teaching them what I'm learning right now today. They don't even need to even go into that sleep or learn that BS or crap or whatever you might, you know, the lies. And I know they're being taught even some greater lies now, but you got different types of people teaching in the schools now. You know, you got people that want to teach, want to teach you your history and things like that when they don't know it. But teach me your history. That's what I would like. I would like for them to teach me their history and let me learn mine on my own. And now that I'm capable, I'm learning. I need to teach it to my grandchildren, and it's going to be a conflict, you know. So I'm really on the wake up, and I don't even have a lot of people around me that's on that wake up. I told the same guy at work who was so smart. He went back to that 1800 shit again. Something about some judge in 1800. And I was like, I'm going to sing you something. So I have been looking at this video. I sent a video to my supervisor. I told my supervisor, I just send you something, and I put the title "Wake Up" in the video, and it was not about TBC because they think I want to pressure them on TBC, but I'm not gonna pressure you about TBC. That's your loss, you know. Because like I said, when I came into TBC, I was just thinking about myself. I was not thinking about everybody around me, you know. But people have to wake up first, okay? And I'm just waking up. I'm slowly waking up. You know, my wake up might have started last year, you know, before I got sick and went to the hospital. But at the same time, whatever I was seeing, and I saw TBC in a video one time with one person last year, my wake up started last year. You know, because I went from learning about TBC to learning about other things that the government was doing that we don't know about, and how the system work, and I always knew we were in a system, you know. And then as I came back, TBC brought me back to wanting to know more about what's happening in the world, and each thing that I learned leads me to learn something new, or something old that I never was taught, you know. And yeah, people can actually avoid teaching you things, not avoid, you know, withhold information that can actually make you a better person in life. And so, yes, I am waking up. And not everybody around me is waking up, but I did send my supervisor this video, not this one, you know, a video. And I asked the guy at work, because he was at work working, because see, he's a full-timer. So while I'm in there sitting down and chit-chat, he got to be working, even though he get to work at 5:32, you know. But in order to get his 8 hours, he has to be doing something. Even though he gonna still go back and get kids later, you know, in the day. So his whole day from 5:30 to whatever time he get done with them kids is damn near theirs. It looks like. I'm like, I don't get this system here, just full-time shit here. You know, they don't get to. I could be on the split. I could be sitting there, go if I want to, go to get in my car, go to sleep, because I'm on the split, and I still might wind up doing 8 hours that day. Depends on how long the route is. But a person that's actually a full-timer that's got that title, all their time got to be accounted for damn near the whole day. So shit, I'm just trying to understand. Full-time mean 8 hours, not like 14. Hey, let me see, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Still working. 10:30, maybe still working. Okay, 10:30, I'm off. Go back to work. I don't know. Somehow, every minute of their day, it seems like it has to be accounted for. They get a lunch. I don't know. Maybe they get 2 hours, 3 hours. It just seems like, damn, they ass making sure your ass is there. So I asked him, could I give him this, this video, send it to him. I don't have his phone number. He turned around and said, I already know everything. Just like he said, I already know everything. I looked at the supervisor. I said, well, I kind of know that. I already know you know everything. You know, and when people are been taught lies, and they've been reading books by the same people who've been teaching them lies, and that's where they get. And he went back to 1800 to tell me what some man said in 1800. He didn't go back far enough for me. He went back to 1800. But he knew about God, he said, and he studied the Bible. And the man and who said that didn't say that. It wasn't in the Bible. I'm like, who the hell do you believe? Where are you getting your sources from? The Bible or the newspaper from 1800? You going by that? You going by what he said? You don't know anything else, anything different, only what this man said in 1800? You know, it just that you know everything, which means your mind is closed to anything new. Your mind is closed, and I can see you're still mad as hell. You're still angry. And everything that you come out your mouth is one of them things that keep your ass exactly where you are, mentally enslaved. You are very comfortable. He said, you want to tell me about that court? Oh, hell no. Your shit ain't even for, this is not for people who, don't want to better themselves or open their mind, and, who just determined that the information they have and they've gotten is all true because you've been reading what? And we all been reading, even Farrakhan is blabbering out stuff that, it's not true, so first you got to figure out your source of information, because where are you from? And who wrote that Bible? There's a lot of stuff that was written not in that Bible. And I know you know that too. Well, one thing about you, you're supposed to be open-minded. You're supposed to be willing to listen at all times and humble. You're never supposed to say you know everything at your age and point in life. You should have kicked that rock a long time ago and realized now, here, I don't know nothing. I mean, at some point in your life, between like 40 and 50, you should realize you really know as much as you thought. And you still listening and you still ready to learn. You're going to have to learn a lot. You have to be educated about everything, even when you get the coin. You can't just because you know everything about USD dollars don't mean you know everything about this coin. You got to be willing to learn. You got to really learn how to distribute it. Learn how to distribute the coin. Learn, and I don't know everything. So like say, what is it? What is it? And what part I play in it. I am going to be ready to be able to tell exactly what it is, what it isn't, and what's my role in it. When I go to talk to someone who needs to know the right answer and correct answer. And I also need to tell them that, that it works, and they're going to have to be able to be willing to go read blogs. They're going to have to be willing to work. They gonna have to answer those questions in order to get the send button or in order to get the wallet. They're gonna have to educate themselves. But you're definitely gonna have to learn how to give somebody $10 out of the crinkle. You're gonna have to know how to do that, what it looks like. You might get an ass 100,000. You just can't walk around saying you know everything. There's always something new to learn. Always. Your mind always has to be willing to stop. You have to process things, process information. You can't get it and just think you got it and you know it and you're going with it. You have to process it. I listen to some videos. I listen to the broadcast and I process it. I don't have no beef with anyone. I'm not a super duper leader. I haven't drawn all these people in to get coin. I haven't went out and I think tomorrow what I'll do is go get flyers. I have copied some of the different things. Like if you don't invest in TVC today, you'll be working for someone with TVC tomorrow. I love that little thing. So I'm ready to go out there and open people's eyes to know it's coming and it's here, and to really want to know or hear something about it. I have, big ideas, that run through my mind, auditoriums of people at one time, my mind be thinking, because I know this coin needs to be distributed. So my mind think like the power box and Mary, her son, how they go up and they talk to people, yeah, I want to be like, they say find somebody you like to be like. The one thing, the difference between me and most of the people that's probably maybe doing broadcasts or the top 10 is the top 10 probably got a whole lot of coin, you know, and I don't have that many. So I can see how people work according to, you know, how much they probably will get paid too. I just need to know one thing, you know, and it's about partnering up. And I wish, you know, and I know maybe I shouldn't do this here, but I would like to know because there's somebody else might like to know about partnering up. You know, because, you know, I heard Randy say he would partner up with this person and that person. I don't know how much coin the person that actually brought me in have, you know, and I really don't care. I just don't want to, you know, I want to know. I don't want to, you know, sell out her coin. Like I could do something like that. But if so many of us get together, if I can find a couple of more people who like to be leaders, and I would like to be a leader because I'm not quite a leader, you know, and we get an auditorium and we get people to all, you know, to be willing to become members and at least spend $10 for their wallet and let them process that, you know, and see how that works. Because I don't want to take a person $100 and they still waiting on this paid, and I got to get back and get back. If it can't all run smoothly in one day, I'll do a little bit at a time. Let the $10, let the pay come in to the status. Let the send button come in, I guess. Take the test, educate you, teach you what this is, what it isn't, and what your role in it will be. You know, it's going to take some time. You know, get you to go and look at the broadcast and read some blogs and ask some questions somewhere in some of the broadcasts where you can, because obviously on mine you can't. I'm gonna learn that chat part, but right now that part right there is so not there. I don't have not one viewer either. Maybe it's the time. So since I was late starting, I'll be late finishing. But I would like to know if I was to come back, stay a person, and I buy a coin, and then they want more coin. But maybe they want 10. They can't get them all at one time, like I couldn't. Or, you know, you want to, you know, is it possible to can you get a discount again? I mean, different partners have different ways they would work with you. You know, I would like to work with a partner who I can still, you know, if I want to get spend $300 again, then I can still get the deal, the half and half thing. I would still like to do that. You know, I just want to know how is it all going, because I'm hearing so many different ways. I even hear a person that do it for the first time can actually get that 50 and 50 deal for their first coin. So anyone who, you know, I'm going to do the best I can to make my money last, my fiat last with the coin too, you know, because I still have to pay bills and everything else. So if it's a way, when I do, because if I come back a second time, if I get a coin one time, but I come back a second time for the same person or for myself, I still would like to have some kind of discounting deal. You know, not I have to give you you get the whole for whatever amount of money it is and not get nothing back. And here my grandson, I'm gonna get him 2 more coins, so I'm gonna give you $200. I don't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? I would like to know how that works, you know. So I'm gonna end my broadcast, and I think whoever might even want to look at the broadcast. I did. You know, I was late, and I'm sorry for being late. I love TBC. I love the people that I met. I mean, I just love to hang out with you guys as much as I can. And I try to catch people even when I wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. If I wake up at 3 or 2, I always try to catch Sharon. And I try and I push and nothing ever happens. And the video don't start. And I just like say, well, maybe she's not here right now, and just go back to sleep. Or I try to listen, you know, to everyone who's doing a broadcast. I try to listen, you know, try to make sure you get that like. And if I don't listen to it all, in that 1 30-minute setting, I go back and replay. You know, I especially go back and I replay Randy a lot. You know, sometimes I can't always, you know, type in whatever and I respond to whatever because I have my little my earpiece in. This is it right here. Right now, I don't even have my phone around me. I bought me a little earpiece. So sometimes this is in my ear and I'm listening. You know, I can't even drive and have this in my ear on my school bus. Okay. But like once I get off my bus in the AM, I get back to the yard between 8 and 9, 9:30. And sometimes 10, like today, I got back to the yard close to 10 o'clock. And that's the time Randy's starting now. So I'm coming back. I go in the office. I have, but then you know, they start talking to me. My supervisor has something to say to me. I'm trying to hear the broadcast. Turn it off so I can hear what they're saying because I really can't hear out this ear when that is in that ear. I don't hear anything. Everything is blocked. Well, you know, that's what happens when you're getting a little bit older and older. So, you know, I have to stop and I'm not around the phone and I know he said, well, I want you to type in TBC work for me. I'm like, oh, heck, I can't even get to my phone, you know. And so my phone could be here and I could be over there, you know. I'm writing, you know, I'm doing paperwork when I get in the office, but I'm listening, you know. I'm not, you know, involved. It's just that I'm not with my phone like this all the time, even when I'm on a trip and I'm not in the office and I'm not doing paperwork. Sometimes my battery is so long on my phone is on the charger, which is up there in the dash, and I'm laying across the seats in the bus with this earpiece in, you know, listening. So I'm not at the phone where I can constantly, you know, respond and text to what's happening in the broadcast. So I might be seeming really quiet in the broadcast, but that's not that I'm not paying attention. I am definitely paying attention to what's happening. And if I don't hear everything, I replay it at least 3 or 4 times in that day. Okay? And since I'm not a person that's been here forever doing broadcasts, like I said, this is my 5th broadcast. I'm going to start reading blogs some more, and I will do better broadcasts as time moves on. And I do hope that you do want to get some free gift. You know, I do hope that you do want to become a member. I do hope that you are open to learn, because you're going to have to know more than just it's a coin worth millions, because it is. Its value is at millions. And if you feel like you need it right now, you really want to go spend, maybe you ain't where you're supposed to be mentally, you know, because you know this is for you to be able to take care of yourself and your family for a while. The coin should and will go up to $1 billion. So you would want that to happen. You might want more coins. And you might see how you live off of just one coin for a little while as time move on and progress, and we're able to do more with the coin. You might want to see how you do. You might need more than one coin just to see how you deal with one coin that's worth more than 5 million in value. You know, see how well you do. You know, how well you do socially, mentally, you know, with your life, you know, and try to grow up in TBC. The TBC will work for us. And thanks for listening to my video. Say good night. Bye.